YouTube, what's good? What's going on, man? It's your boy B, and today we got the PlayStation 5 DualSense Edge controller here, man. This joint just dropped not too long ago, I believe the 26th, right on the doorstep, man. Big shout out to Sony, man, for getting this to everybody's doorstep, man, in a timely manner. But anyways, man, we just going to discuss the question: should you spend $199 on the DualSense Edge PS5 controller, man? This is Sony's pro controller here, their only pro controller for the PS5, man. We all know Xbox got a couple of pro controllers out, but this is Sony's first one, man. So I'm gonna be answering the question: should you spend your hard-working money on this particular controller here? So yeah. First things first, bro. First things first, man. We're going to talk about the good, then we're going to talk about the bad, of course. So starting with the good, man, I do like the design of the controller, man. As you guys see, man, they went with the all black and white theme like the original PS5 controller. One thing I noticed that I really love about this controller is the bottom of the controller here, man. As you guys see, they rounded out the handles, man, which is a big W for me, because the previous PS5 controller, the standard PS5 controller, I should say, it does not contain the rounded edges. So big shout out to Sony for implementing that, man. It fits a whole lot better in my hands. I don't have to worry about it like stabbing my pinky or anything like that, because I'm a firm gripper when it comes to playing the game, man. Especially in those intense moments, man. I grip my controller pretty aggressively. So kudos to Sony for implementing that on the Pro controller here, man, the DualSense Edge, man. Another thing I like about the controller is the removable analog sticks, man. So just say you get stick drift in your analog stick, they got the option to where you can purchase a new analog stick and replace it, man. All you do is pull back the release pin on the back. Now it's kind of hard to pull that slider back, I'm not even gonna lie, especially someone who doesn't have long nails, man. So you have to get some type of tool or maybe use one of the paddles to pull and release the pin. So once you do that, the little shiny part pops off, and then you can release the lever on the controller, man, and you just slide out the analog stick. Like I said, they are replaceable. I'm not 100% sure how much they retail for. I believe like maybe, I don't want to get no prices out, probably like $30 or $40, somewhere around there. I'll be sure to put it on the screen, man, if I remember. But anyways, man, that's a great thing about the controller as well, man. I don't think Xbox has that particular feature implemented. So yeah, kudos to PlayStation for implementing that on their Pro controller. Another thing I like about the controller is of course, the trigger stops, man. Like I said, you got three different stops. You got the original, the normal one. You got the second one, which is the middle one, man, which is like you stop halfway, and then the last one, you get a pretty short stop, man. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I do like the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller trigger stops a lot better. Why? Because the trigger stops are a lot more, I can say, a lot more firm. You still, even though you pulled the lever back on the last one, it's still like, I don't know, it's still like you still got a long ways to pull on the triggers. On the Xbox, it like stops immediately. Like, so I feel like the trigger stops on the Xbox Series Elite 2 controller are a lot shorter than the ones on the PlayStation, man. Maybe this might be the like how the button is made. I have no idea, but I feel like the trigger stops on the Xbox controller is a little bit better to me. But anyways, man, another thing I like about the controller, man, is the option, of course, the option to you can remap your buttons. Like I said, you do that in the PlayStation settings on your console. Pretty dope feature, man. All the Pro controllers allow you to remap. You can even remap your buttons on a normal controller as well too. So that's nothing new here or there. But anyways, man, those are my things that I love about the controller, man. So now let's talk about the downfall, the bad stuff. I don't even know what word I'm looking for. Let's talk about the bad things about the controller, man. The number one thing I must say, it's not bad. I feel like this is a little nitpicky, but it got to be the glossy finish here on the controller, man. It's a fingerprint magnet, man. I try not to pay attention to it, but it's kind of hard not to. Yeah, it's fingerprints all over this thing, man. You can easily clean this with a microcloth if you have one available, but yeah, man, I'm not a huge fan of like the super glossy look. Companies, please stop putting glossy finishes on something that your finger goes on. It doesn't belong on stuff people touch. Please stop including it on stuff that people touch. But anyways, man, that's one thing I don't like about the controller. Like I said, man, the glossy face plate right here. Another thing I don't really like about the controller, as I mentioned earlier in the video, man, is that the release button in the back. The release button in the back is kind of hard to slide over. They didn't really include no type of tool or anything like that where you can just pull and release. That could have easily been resolved though if they would have rise that release button up a little bit more, so where you can easily just slide the lever over and it'll pop the faceplate out. Like I said, for people who with nails, they wouldn't have that particular problem, but for me, someone who cut their nails on a regular basis, man, it's kind of hard to slide this lever over, man, with it being so in deep in the controller, man. So that's another thing I don't like about the DualSense 5 Edge controller. Another thing, and this is huge right here. Although I do play the PlayStation 5, man, I play Call of Duty on the PC, and when I tell you I tried to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer with a couple of guys, man, y'all be sure to go check me out over there on Twitch at BeTwiceAFool. I live stream almost every day, you know what I'm saying? So be sure to go check me out. But anyways, man, the controller doesn't work on PC, man. It doesn't work on PC. I did some research. Some people say it works on Steam, but y'all know Call of Duty's Battle.net doesn't work. I couldn't get it to work. A lot of people had that same complaint as well. So maybe they do like a software update to where it will register on PC. But right now, currently, till this date of was it January the 28th, I believe, it doesn't work on PC, man. So I had to use this controller on the PS5, man. And that's the only thing it's compatible on for my personal when I just tested the controller out itself. So that's a huge error right there, man. Hopefully they come out with a software update to fix that, man. But that's pretty much it, guys. Overall, would I recommend this controller? If your pockets are deep, because that price is pretty steep. $199 for a controller is absolutely ludicrous to me, to keep it 100 with you. But if your pockets are deep and you're a gamer, not a gamer, but a gamer, I'll recommend this controller. But if you just a gamer, man, look, I got the DualSense. I got a DualSense controller over there. I'm gonna go get it real quick, man. If you just a gamer, I recommend that you just this, you know what I'm saying? You don't really need all those pro features, man, if you're not really in deep in the game like that, man. This controller gonna do you just fine, man. This controller gonna do you just fine, and it only retails for $69. Probably cheaper than that now. Probably around like $64.99, somewhere around there, man. These PlayStation 5 controllers are pretty expensive, but this right here, the Pro Controller DualSense Edge, it's $200, man. $200. Is it worth the $200? I don't know, man. I don't know. I honestly, maybe $150 could be a fair price, but at the end of the day, man, Sony got to make their money, so I understand it's a business move. It is one of the, I could say, their only pro controller on the market, so they know people probably gonna gravitate to it since it's the only pro controller on the market made by them themselves, man. But yeah, $199 is pretty steep. So if your pockets are deep and you don't care about the price, I recommend. But if you just a gamer, man, I can't recommend this to you, man. It's just too expensive, man. Oh yeah, also I forgot to also mention, man, the charger port on the back, like that little piece that comes inside the controller, man, where your charger goes in, it's supposed to lock your controller in place. I'm not a huge fan of that. Why? Because it's kind of inconvenient for those who trying to charge a controller. Like that release button is kind of hard to get to once you got your controller in the case. I almost broke my thumb trying to take the thing out, trying to release it. So I feel like that's kind of like a design flaw by them. I feel like they try to do too much with that particular piece right there. They should have just left it. They should have kind of designed it kind of like Xbox. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, poop on PlayStation or anything. But they should have kind of designed it like Xbox, man. You just they got a Xbox got like the small piece in the back to cut out just on right. It's a right fit. It was a USB type C as well. You just plug it in like that, and your Xbox controller sits well in the case. You just plug the piece in and it charges. And it got like a magnet base too, if I'm not mistaken. The Xbox got like a magnet base to hold the controller so it doesn't slide all over the place in the case, man. They should have implemented it like that. I don't think they should include like a little separate little component to where you gotta attach it and lock your cable in. I feel like that's too much, and like I said, that's really hard to get to. Say if you want to unplug your controller, man, from the back of the case, their release latch, it's in there, and the cutout in the back is not big enough for you to, if you got big fingers. If you got small fingers, you probably won't have this issue, but if you got big fingers, that's a huge issue, man. And for those who got the controller on the controller, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, man, that's gonna do it, man. The PlayStation 5 DualSense Edge controller, like I said, man, I do recommend this controller for those gamers. But if you're not a gamer, man, I will honestly look a whole different direction, man. I'll just get or continue playing with the standard PS5 DualSense controller, man. But anyways, man, if you guys enjoyed the video, man, y'all be sure to drop a like on the vid, hit that sub button, all that stuff is greatly appreciated, man. If you found this video helpful, drop a like as well. What else? Be sure to check out one of the videos at the end of the screen, because it's definitely a banger. I would miss it if I was you.